Good morning. Good morning, my beautiful friends. It is another wonderful day, and we are here to enjoy it to the fullest. This is your wake up call with Maui Paul, and we are here to say some beautiful, wonderful, magical things about ourselves to completely change our lives by the way that we think. And we're going to do that today by pulling a card off of my I Am deck. This deck is full of positive affirmations, things that we can say about ourselves to really set ourselves up for success. And so without further ado, let's just pull one right off the top of the deck and let's see what we are today. So today I am grounded. I am grounded. I have a strong foundation on which to build my dreams. So I am grounded. I have a strong foundation on which to build my dreams. Are you grounded? You are grounded. You have a strong foundation on which to build your dreams. So hearing me say it is one level of internalization. Writing it yourself is a second level. So I just wrote it down in the comments, and I'd like for you to write it down in the comments too. Write down, I am grounded. You said it out loud. Now take that thought and put it into your fingers and write it down in the comments, I am grounded. And then go find some other people who wrote that they are grounded and encourage them. Because in doing so, we allow ourselves the freedom to really understand how this affects our lives too. We can see it in ourselves when we can see it in others. So, I remember trying to figure out how to say this properly. So, in the Bible, there's this thing that Jesus says where he says, "Judge not, lest ye be judged." And the way that you're judged is the way that you judge other people, or the way that you judge other people is the way that we are judged ourselves. And I think about this, and I think the way that we judge other people negatively is how that was always presented to me in religion. And yet we can judge other people positively too. We can also see positive things in other people. We can see beautiful things in other people. We can see the image and likeness of God in other people. And as we do that, we get to see it in ourselves as well. We get to see beautiful things inside of ourselves. And so that's why it's so, so important to say nice things about ourselves and to say nice things about other people. Because when we judge other people positively, when we judge other people beautifully, when we create a wonderful image of somebody else in our minds based on the fruit that we see in their lives, that gives us incredible benefit as well. And so when we say nice things about other people, it really brings us back to ourselves. And so I'm grounded today, and grounded just means that I'm building from a solid foundation. And what foundation is more solid than the one that we're building from right now? From saying wonderful things about ourselves, from believing wonderful things about ourselves, and from expecting wonderful things out of other people. What better way to build our lives? What better way to build our dreams than to do that from that solid foundation? And of course, that doesn't mean that we don't dream. I've heard people say, oh, well, I'm grounded in reality, and my reality is that life sucks, and that life has always sucked, and that life will continue to suck, and so therefore I'm just afraid to dream. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to disappoint myself by having any expectation of life that's any better than the suck that I currently live in. And what a ridiculous, bad interpretation of that. To be grounded means to have a solid foundation, but when the foundation is down, I don't know if you've ever seen a construction site, but construction sites look like a bunch of dirt for a really long time. And then all of a sudden the foundation goes in. And it takes a little while because foundations require a lot of building. The foundation is the most important part of any building. And then after the foundation, after the groundwork is completed and the foundation goes in, all of a sudden the building is just up. And it's always shocking to me how quickly that happens. And of course, why would we build a foundation unless we intended to build something on top of it? And so that's really our permission slip to dream. It's our permission slip to do things better. It's our permission slip to make life different than it is right now. So being grounded is very important, but it's being grounded gives us permission to be flying like a kite in the air. Anyway, I am grounded today, and you are grounded too. And let's just continue to build the foundational aspects of our lives, and let's be cognizant of the fact that the foundation that we're building, whatever it looks like, is going to support the dreams that we build on top of it. So let's build it with that type of intention. Thank you guys so very much for coming and hanging out with me today. I appreciate you, and really appreciate the folks who share these streams. Once again, I am continuing to reach about 1,000 people a week, and thank you to those 1,000 people a week. Whether you're the very few who actually know me personally, or you're the ones who are friends of friends or friends of friends of friends, I appreciate you and invite you to continue to say wonderful, beautiful things about yourself every day. Aloha from paradise.